This is Lorenzo. This is the Training Routines Taxonomy video series, lesson number 5. It's on our first routine, the balance track, which is a gymnastics routine focused on hip development in the sagittal plane. It's been designed to help you master 2 benchmarks, front split and the pistol squat, using only 5 exercises, but more specifically, using our MSP exercise protocol. Welcome to the first of 5 lower body hip plane routines. To the left of our matrix, we can see the different routine type that we're going to be exploring in this video. So as we can see here, GN stands for gymnastics. So we know it's a gymnastics routine focused on hip development in the sagittal plane, as we can see here. This means that we're going to be focused on quad and glute development. Specifically, it's called the balance track. We know that all gymnastics routines are track routines, and it's called balance because this is one of the only routines in this entire training series that focuses on unilateral strength development in the lower body. Now, before we explore the 5 exercises in our exercise protocol for the balance track, we first need to make sure we understand the objectives of the balance track, the strategy that is informed by those objectives, and then let's take a look at the specific tactics or the equipment needed to implement our exercise protocol. Okay, as I already mentioned, the 2 benchmarks that we are going to be focused on in the balance track are the front splits, a benchmark of mobility, and the pistol squat, which is a benchmark of dynamic, bent leg, unilateral strength. And your goal as a female is to do 3 reps on each leg consecutively. And for the guys, it's to do 6 reps consecutively. As for our strategy, which is going to help us select the right exercises to help us achieve our objectives, we know that it's going to have a component of mobility, stability, and strength, like all movements do. For our first strategy, we need to work on ankle and hip flexion, extension, mobility. Why? Because that's going to help us focus on our front split. Next, we need to work on straight leg or bent leg stability, static end range strength holds to help us build strength in the new range we've developed for the pistol squat. Finally, we need hip and knee flexion, extension, strength to directly help us achieve the pistol squat. Now, as for our tactics, which refers to the equipment and the training space we're going to need to help us implement the strategy, will be an open zone and a stall bar zone, as well as a mat, box, and blocks. If you have any questions regarding training spaces or equipment, make sure to watch our training space taxonomy video series, because there we will teach you what equipment to buy, where to buy it, and how to set up and create your own home gym. Okay, so now that we have a clear understanding of our OST, or objective, strategy, and tactics, we're finally ready to look at the 5 exercises making up our balance track exercise protocol. So looking at our first 2 exercises in the mobility category, we have the full range hip spin up. For exercise number 2, we have a straight leg front split hold. This will be followed by 2 stability exercises. We have exercise number 3, a straight leg single leg hold, followed by a bent leg split squat hold. And then finally, for our 5th exercise in the power category, we have the pistol squat itself, as well as the necessary exercise progressions to work your way towards the full pistol squat. Now, before we take a closer look at what each of these exercises look like, please remember that this training routines video taxonomy series comes with a training routines taxonomy PDF document. In that document, we have summarized all 16 routines as you see it here for easy access and reference. And furthermore, what you'll find in the document, where you'll see X1, X2, X3, X4, and X5 are links to videos of the world's best exercise educators teaching you how to do these movements way better than what I can. So the real value of that document is being able to reference a routine, go to any one of these exercises, and look at the video and see how it's done by the pros. I will, however, provide videos of me performing these movements so you can see what they look like. So let's do that now, starting with the hip spin up. So as you can see on the far left, this is what the hip spin up looks like. And you'll be doing this for roughly 3 minutes per side, so roughly 6 minutes. The hip spin up, as you can see here, is a hip extension, hip flexion, as well as a hip, external rotation movement, all wrapped into one. Next, we have the front split hold. We will move from the hip spin up to the front split hold. In the document, I share a 20-minute video of one of the best instructional videos on the front split I've ever seen. So make sure to go and check that out. It's really helped me with my front split. I'm not there yet, but making progress. And so you will be holding this for roughly 3 minutes minimum per side. Together, these two mobility exercises directly contribute or form part of our ankle and hip flexion extension mobility strategy to help us unlock the front split. Coming back to exercise 3, our straight leg, single leg hold, as we can see over here. It is a static stability hold. And all of our stability holds, we aim for 1 minute per leg. And depending on your strength, you can break it up any way you like, because it's not 1 minute in one go. It's an accumulative 60-second holding target. So for example, you could do 6 sets of 10 seconds. We could do 4 sets of 15 seconds. We can do 3 sets of 20 seconds. And as I do here, 2 sets of 30 seconds per leg. And if you're really strong, you can do 1 set of 60 seconds on each side. Our straight leg, single leg hold is followed by a bent leg split squat hold, as we can see over here, which we also hold for 1 minute per leg following the same strategy. Together, these two stability exercises fulfill our straight and bent leg stability strategy to help us build the requisite strength for our pistol squat. Okay, so once you're done with your mobility and stability preparatory work, you're finally ready to start working on your strength, focusing directly on the pistol squat. Your goal is to do 30 reps per leg or 60 reps in total, whether it is a single leg squat or a bilateral squat, as we see here with the air squat. So for example, and most people will start with the air squat, as we can see here. One of the air squats that I like is the one against the wall, because it forces you to stay upright and not to compensate by leaning too far forward. The next possible exercise progression, as we saw, was the half pistol squat, which looks like this. You could do 30 on one leg, followed by 30 on the other. Another common practice is to do, for example, 30 body weight or air squats, and then do the remaining 30 by breaking it up 15, 15 half pistol squats also. If you can already do the pistol squat, as we see over here, then just like with the other exercise progressions, your aim is to do 30 on the left leg and 30 on the right leg, and you can break it up any way you see fit. Once you've completed all 60 reps of your pistol squat or any progression thereof, then congratulations, my friends, you have done your first balance track routine.